microphone to my respected lecturer, Madam Khalila. This group consists of 4 members, which is me, Siti Harmira binti Harman, Nur Azlin binti Samad, Nurnabilah binti Abdul Karim, and Nurulsyazmimi binti Shamsul Kamar. We are from JBC 2401A. We are going to present about recruitment and selection positively affect organization performance for subject HRM 533, Introduction to Human Resource Management. Our group members have chosen 3 subtopics, which is factor affecting recruitment and selection process, method of recruitment, and also selection. First, factor affecting recruitment and selection process is supported by a standard and permanent process of screening. Second, method of recruitment. External and internal are the 2 sorts of recruiting method. Each of them has a different method that the organization might use. Third is selection. Selection is the process of selecting the most qualified candidates for a vacant job position in an organization. Now, let's proceed with the explanation from my group members about the subtopic they have chosen.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, I would like to explain the definition of recruitment and selection. In human resource management, recruitment is the process of finding and hiring the best and most qualified candidate for a job opening in a timely and cost-effective manner. It also be defined as the process of searching for prospective employees and stimulating and encouraging them to apply for job in an organization. While the selection is the process of choosing a qualified person for a specific role who can successfully deliver valuable contribution to the organization. Do you know about the factor impacting recruitment and selection? Okay, recruitment and selection is an important function of human resource management, and it is regulated by a mixture of various factors. Protective human resource professionals will understand this factor influence the recruitment and selection of employees by taking appropriate action for job improvement organization. So we have internal factor as well as external factor that influence the recruitment and selection process. Let's know details about this. In addition, internal factors are also components in the mix that influence selection in an organization. Internal strengths that factor can be controlled by the organization, which are size of organizations, recruiting of policy, cost of recruitment, and also human resource planning. For size of organization, the size of organization is also one of the most important factors impacting the recruitment process. To expand business recruitment planning is mandatory for hiring more resources, which will be handling the future operation. Secondly, the recruitment policy. The recruitment policy of an organization hiring from internal or external sources of organization is also a factor which affects the recruitment process. Thirdly, cost recruitment. The cost of recruitment is another internal factor to consider. Hiring costs are calculated per new employee and the amount is quite large at the moment. Therefore, recruiters must operate within budget. Human resource professionals careful touch by recruiters can minimize hiring costs. Assessing the quality, quantity, and cost of recruitment help ensure that it is efficient and cost-effective. Fourthly, about the human resource planning. Impacting human resource process and procedure help in fixing the loss present in the existing manpower of the organization. However, external factors are those that cannot be controlled by an organization. The external factors that affect the recruitment and selection process, which are demographic factor, labor market, unemployment rate, and also the competitors. Demographic factor. These demographics are related to the attribute of the potential employees such as their age, religion, literacy level, gender, occupations, economic status, and more. Next, labor market. Labor market control the demand and supply of labor. For example, if the supply of people having a specific skill less than the demand, then the hiring will need more efforts. Besides, for employment rate, the element that influence the ability of applicants in the academic growth rate. When the employment rate is a high in a specific area, hiring of resource will be simple and easier. Last but not least, the competitors. When the organizations in the same industry are competing for the best qualified resource, there is a need to analyze the competition and offer the resource package that are best in terms of industry standard.
Hi, I am Nurnabilah binti Abdul Karim, and I'll move to methods of recruitment. What are the methods of recruitment? There are two types of recruiting methods. There are external and internal methods. Each of them has various kinds of methods that can be used by the organization. The internal recruiting is done internally. The job vacancies or positions available in the company will be filled by the workers in the company. The methods that can be used are internal job posting, identifying talents through performance appraisal, skill inventories, and replacement charts. Internal methods process is better in terms of cost and time because it saves time and cost. But aside of the financial aspects, this method motivates current employees to go that extra mile for a promotion. Meanwhile, looking externally for a senior position can demotivate top performers who feel they should be next in the line. A study by LinkedIn found that 24% of employees who were looking for a new job cited being overlooked for a promotion by their current employer as their main motivation for leaving. At a time where job hopping has become the norm, creating more opportunities for internal mobility can greatly increase employee loyalty. High motivated and loyal employees will greatly give good performance to the company. Next, external method recruitment that can be done by posting the advertisement, walks in an unsolicited application, resume, the internet included social media, job fairs, employee referrals, educational institutional, and so on. Through this method, the company can have a much larger talent pool to choose from. Even though upskilling their worker is a great way to help the company's workforce develop, but if the company do not have someone in the organization with the foundational knowledge they need to take on a new skill, it can take much longer to train for this position. Then it is better to have employees that possess the skill needed than must train the assistant worker within a long period of time. For example, in this technology evolution age, many companies are having digital transformation in their company's operation. To have a successful digital transformation in an organization, the skill in high technology knowledge is needed. It is because this approach is difficult to be adopted by senior employees in the organization that usually practicing traditional operation. So, digitally minded hires who can help them make this transition happen. Only then the company can move in parallel with other successful companies by using all the high technological application and software, especially during this pandemic COVID-19 that resulted in many constraints to normal traditional operation. The company can choose whichever method is best for them to use. It should be decided based on what the company really needed by taking all aspects into considerations to choose what kind of method suits them well. Only then, those recruitment methods can be greatly contributed to the organization's performance. That's all for me. Moving on to the difference of recruitment and selection.
Do you know that selection also plays an important role in organization? If you don't know, let's learn and explore about it. Selection is the process of picking or choosing the best candidates who is the most suitable for the job position. What happens if the leader is not choosing the best candidates? The objective of the organization will not be reached. It is because the candidates cannot do their work or tasks that have been given to them correctly. If a leader selects the right applicant for the job position, that will be helping the organization in reaching the company goals, and the person will be an asset to the organization. A good selection process will ensure that the organization gets the right set of employees with right attitude. Next is the difference between recruitments and selection. There are two differences between recruitments and selections. First is the definition on both. Recruitment is the process of identifying the potential of candidates, while in selections is the process of choosing the best candidates for the job position. Next is the process of recruitment is called as positive process, while in selection is called as negative process. It is because in recruitment is to approaching and attracting the candidates via advertisement, while in selection is eliminate or rejection the candidates because they do not fill the requirements and qualification needed by the organization. It is because both plays a vital role in the overall growth of an organization. Selection is very important for any organization for minimizing and maximizing the profits. There are four processes in selection, which is interview, reference checking, medical examinations, and final selections. The first process, which is interview. Before that, I want to state that there are 10 types of interview, which is structured interview, unstructured interview, group interviews, depth interviews, stress interviews, individuals interviews, informal interviews, formal interviews, panel interview, and lastly is exit interview. In this process, a leader must do an interview for the applicants to know a candidate better. Moving on to the next process is reference checking. It's a process of verifying the applicant's qualifications and experiences. It is important to check their qualifications because it helps employment understand the attitude and behavior of candidates to be more professionals in doing their work. Next is medical examination is to identify the candidate's health is good. There will be a physical and mental fitness examination to ensure the candidate is capable of performing of the job or not. It is help the organization to have a physically and mentally fit worker. Lastly is final selection. In this process, the best candidates will be chosen for the job position because they have finished and passed all the tests and fulfilled the qualification needed by the organization. A selection process with the above step will help any organization in choosing and selecting the right candidates for the right job.
From the explanation above, it can be concluded that recruitment and selection has positively influenced organizational performance. This process leads to a better company results. The quality of products and services is improved when the best employees are hired and retained. That is all from us. Thank you, madam, for taking time to patiently listen to our presentation. We wish you all a blessed day and stay safe. Assalamualaikum.